Out front at 9:30 tonight, real-life war stories from those who served, preserved for future generations.
Well, Fox 25 producer Stephanie Harris listened as servicemen tell all to a group of students in Oklahoma, memories that bring a new meaning to history in the classroom.
We heard some explosions, so they told us, move, move, move.
And I'm kicking him and said, shoot, shoot. At that time, he was under fire.
Nobody will ever know in their whole lifetime what war is really like unless you've been there.
A project in our nation's capital brings history to life in a small classroom in Oklahoma.
Did you see much combat?
No, not very much.
Bridge Creek 5th and 6th graders get firsthand experience of war from the servicemen and women who lived through them.
You have your textbooks which tell about the battles, the wins, the losses, that type of stuff, but it's not the same as getting the voice of experience.
It makes me feel more like it's their life stories and they actually went through this, and it's like, oh, this was real. It's not just something that someone put in a book.
Helping other people or to preserve history for other people.
They are participating in the Library of Congress's Veterans History Project, which, with the click of a mouse, makes pages from a history book come to life.
How did you stay in touch with your family?
You didn't stay in touch much.
The project compiles first-person accounts from the world wars.
We rolled up on some riverbank next to Berlin when Berlin fell to the Russians, and I watched them through my binoculars.
To Vietnam.
And we drove into an area just as the mines started cooking off, and of course we all bailed out of the truck ran off in the ditch. When it's all over with, we get out, pull the truck out, and it still ran, but there was not a single square foot on that truck that didn't have a hole in it.
To the present-day wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
They hit us with from both sides of the highway with RPGs, and then opened up with rifles and AK-47s and whatever else they had down there. Luckily, though, the first thing I remember thinking was, oh my God, they just killed all my friends.
Archiving untold tales and stories sometimes families have never heard.
The veterans who are very reluctant to talk to their families will open up to the kids, and the kids just draw them out.
Stories about training.
The lieutenant of the guard would come by and inspect your weapon. And you're standing with your weapon like this, and he'd grab it like that. Well, if you stuck your thumb in the trigger guard, and when he went to grab it, you'd watch his shoulder move, then he'd hit down on that trigger guard real fast, and the rifle would straighten up like this, and just that split second it would drop.
Injuries.
They had to carry me out on a stretcher and started evacuating me back, and they started dressing wounds and giving me morphine.
I could poke my finger in my back, and I thought, I guess I better, I wasn't incapacitated yet, but I had a good backache.
And the battlefield. So far, more than 65,000 veteran stories will be saved for future generations at the Library of Congress. Bridge Creek has helped secure 60 of those.
What did you think of officers or fellow soldiers?
Was it for a rifle or?
Experts use it for research, but students at Bridge Creek use it for much more.
I think it brings home to the kids the fact that there are consequences.
Sometimes it makes me emotional.
The best part is getting to be able to relate to them and know what they went through, and because that makes you feel it too, and that makes it just that much better and cooler and more amazing.
Well, Bridge Creek students started the project by asking family members to share their stories. Now veterans are sitting on a waiting list wanting to share them. If you'd like to learn more about the Veterans History Project and how you can participate,